Hello everyone, my name is Norma Hess, and today we're going to talk about the vital role that doulas play in a person's birth team. Let's start with this question. Did you know that in Texas, the cesarean birth rate is 34.5%? Now, this is more than 1 in 3 families who are having major abdominal surgeries when they welcome their babies. Now, why is this important? Well, these surgeries aren't just affecting maternal and infant health outcomes. They are also revealing to us that there's some kind of flaw in the way that we support our birthing families. Now, let me throw another number at you. 13%. 13% is the number of cesarean births when a person is accompanied with continuous birth support from their birth doula. That's a huge, drastic change, and these numbers are presented to us by Evidence-Based Birth, a website dedicated to providing evidence-based information for families preparing to welcome their babies. Now, today we're going to inform you about what a doula is and why they are a vital component to a birth team. And this isn't just a topic for me, it's quite the personal one. I am part of that 34.5% of families who had abdominal surgeries to meet her 4 biological children, and this passion of mine to change birth experiences has allowed me to support over 100 families in the last decade. Now, let's start with what a doula is. A doula is a professional who has been trained to provide emotional, physical, and informational support before, during, and shortly after birth. Now, we are not medical professionals, we don't catch babies, and we don't give clinical advice. We are simply trained to address all of the emotional components along with the physical ones of having your babies. Now, this is especially important right here in the Rio Grande Valley, where we have places like Mission Regional Medical Center, who has a cesarean rate of 42.1%. Now, that is a whopping 7.6% higher than the state average. This is huge. We have other places like Denver, Colorado, who have a 20% cesarean rate. Now, why do we see these big gaps? Well, part of it is systemic, but we also have hospital policies that affect this outcome, because we have places like Denver, Colorado hiring birth doulas as part of their hospital staff. And then we have places like Mission Regional Medical Center who deny access to birth doulas to support families. Now, how can we change this? Well, let's talk about those birth outcomes. Doulas do make a difference in how people experience birth. But let's say that cesarean becomes necessary and life-saving for a family. Well, doulas don't just walk away, we stay. We help comfort our families, we help them adjust to the big changes, and we help them process the entire emotional aspect behind that major surgery. Now, there is a lot of emotional changes that happen when our plans change. Now, when people make birth plans, they don't plan for that cesarean. And you might ask, why do we make birth plans with a situation where we won't know what will happen? Well, birth plans help people feel empowered. They help them feel a sense of control. And sometimes it takes some of the fear out of childbirth. And we know that birth can be unpredictable and change can happen very quickly. Well, doulas can be that bridge that helps process any information, especially when information changes. They can help a family find their voice, ask questions, and really empower themselves in a moment that may feel overwhelming. Now, this brings me to a powerful component that goes into birth itself, and that is autonomy. We want to preserve autonomy for our clients, and birth can be a very high stress situation. So things can happen and change very quickly. Sometimes before a birthing person can even process everything, changes are already being made. The birth doula in the room can be the person that anchors that person experiencing the change. We can help ground them, explain things in real time, slow things down in a moment that may feel like it's filled with panic. We help you find your voice in a high stress situation and empower you to take that power back when power seems to be slipping away. Now, this can provide better satisfaction of birth experience, and it can even lower the rates of postpartum depression. That's huge. Now, informed choice is a big component of autonomy, and doulas can help make that happen. So let's circle back. Again, that 34.5% percentage of cesarean births in Texas can be reduced by more than half by having a birth doula on your team. That is a dramatic change. And as we're talking about this, we're not just talking about surgery statistics. We are talking about changing the way people walk away from their birth experiences and giving them their power back, finding their voice. A doula is not a luxury. They are a vital component of that birth team.